Hello friends, I am Ankit and welcome to my channel. I am here with my daily predictions and analysis for US30 and US100. US30 right now trading at 35050 levels and US100 at 14645 levels. As I said in my global markets forecast today morning exactly 12 hours back that US30 is a good to remain short till it is below 35350 and US100 it is good to remain short till it is below 14830 levels. Precisely that achieved the same levels and dropped sharply, and we have again the targets of 35,000 sub 35,000 levels achieved perfectly, and US100 traded close to 14,600 and below levels achieved perfectly. Also yesterday was a wonderful day, all the targets achieved on the downside. I hope you all profited. Now we are going to look with the help of candlestick charts and indicators what is going to happen today. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe and comment friends. I have a humble request to you all, if you can just support this channel by sharing. If each and every one of you if at least shares it across to one of your contact, definitely that will be of great help to this channel and my efforts. So request you to please share it across. Let's start the analysis. US100 first. US100 right now trading at 14,640. Let me turn off the indicators first. We'll look at the indicators at the later half, and let's have a look at the US100 charts on a 4-hour candles. Now look at the 4-hour charts. You can clearly see that there is a slope available. Now it is sloping down, and it is also indicative that only long is recommended now till it is beyond once it is beyond 14700 I will recommend you to go long. Why I am saying so? Now let me give you a closer look of the 4-hour charts. I have told you that, see, this is the fall. It is trying to retracement, failing to go past. Now it has got its support at 14,550 levels, close to 14,550 levels. Now trading with a rise. Now it will try to break this channel at 14,700. So once it goes past 14,700, you can take a long entry. You can probably expect it to get a resistance at around 14,770, 14,780 zone, and beyond that 14,838, 40 zone. This is the zone I am targeting since yesterday. This is a very important zone for US100 to break and go past by. Beyond that, definitely it will rise past 14,900 and 14,970 levels. Also on the downside, you can see there is a support coming into picture at 14,500 levels. Once 14,500 is taken, definitely it will fall sharply. Now also look at this. See, this is indicative of a downward momentum. That is what I am trying to say. So but yes, there is a support available, and we have to look forward whether it continues to remain in this zone, or the data or the news try to bring some momentum on this, whether it is upside or downside. However, so far it appears it is bearish, and yes, it can bounce back from these levels at 14,500. Remember, this is a very strong support level. Breaking this, it may slide very strongly. It may slide very strongly towards 14,400, and in fact can drop further towards 14,300 levels also. Now let's have a look at the now this is the 3-hour chart. On the 3-hour chart, the story is slightly different. Though despite this, the drop, lower highs, that is what we can see, lower highs, and then the drop and almost higher lows, or rather you can say flat bottom has been formed. So almost a double bottom has been formed here on the 3-hour chart. So probably now again it will try to strike. Once it goes past 14,700, you can again expect it to hit back at least 14,800 zone. So also here, this flat bottom on a 3-hour chart indicates probably it might try to form a tail. Because see, the previous candle has almost closed at a flat bottom, and this candle has also started with a flat opening, and since then it has tried to pull it back. So till now, one level is 14,700. Till the time it remains below 14,700, I will not recommend you to go long. Only long is recommended. Once it goes past 14,710 levels, then you can enter a long for 14,770 and then 14,800 levels, and beyond 14,800 there will be a sharp rise. Remember, also if it breaks on the downside, if it breaks this zone at 14,500, I will recommend you to go short there. So right now these 200 points are of a caution zone, where I'll expect that it can try to swing a bit before trying to take a decisive direction. Also look at this. Now let's start this analysis from this levels. Higher highs, drop, retracement, and drop, little bit higher lows. Now probably it might try to again enter into bullish zone, and that is what is something like this we can see here. It may try to trade in this zone. It may try to trade in this zone. The highs right now are at around 15100 of this channel. So if it continues to rise beyond 14820, then the next target is 14900 and then 14970. Beyond that, it will try to hit for 15100. Remember this. Also, let's have a look at the 2-hour charts. On the 2-hour charts, the story is quite similar. However, if it breaks this zone at 14500, I think there will be a sharp drop. Now beyond that, the next support level is only at around this zone at 14200 and then towards 14000 and below levels. Remember, very strong support is only at 13800 levels. However, see, these higher lows is something which are bothering me for it to give any downward move, and probably this zone at 14800 again is a area of concern. So the same levels are reflected here. Now look at the hourly charts. On the hourly charts also, the story is similar. A big bullish candle, then a fall, trying to retrace back, and if it goes past 14700, definitely it will try to complete this reversal till 14800 levels. So a probable trading entry level for a good long entry is at around 14710, where you can enter for a long for 14800 as a target, and the stop loss should be at 14500, and once it breaks 14500, definitely you can enter a short where you can get at least 100 to 200 points. Now let's have a look at the daily charts. On the daily charts, you can see higher lows, till now lower highs. So probably one probability for it is to remain in this zone, trade in this zone 14830 to 14520 zone. Probably once it breaks this zone, definitely 14500 should provide a support, and then it will fall sharply. And once it breaks here at 14850 900 zone, rather I will say 14900, once it breaks, it may try to achieve 14970 levels also. So a wider trading range can be expected. Let's see what does the news brings for the NFP data. With the NFP data, now let's have a look at the indicators. And you recall my last 2 days analysis, I had told very clearly that US30 and US100 both are trading at extremely overbought levels, and it requires just one single red candle for them to take it towards downside, and that is what exactly has happened. Also remember today morning analysis, this is a 20 and 50 period moving average. Now 20 period moving average giving it a resistance at around 14830 zone, and then 14900 should come into picture for with a 50 period moving average. Now these two resistances level are very strong resistance for the day. Also there is a pivot level giving it a support at around 14550 levels, 14540 levels. These levels are also very important. Once it breaks 14540, it can try to slide heavily. It can try to slide heavily towards the next support at around 14350 probably. So once 14550 is taken, we can expect it to drop sharply towards 14350 300 zone, and below that it will again fall sharply. Now look at the DPO is in red, the directional movement is in red, and you can see the stochastic is smoothly looking down. The red line is falling with a gap, and there is a slope difference. It means they are of widening angle, and probably indicating that it can continue to drop till it enters into an oversold position, and from there we may see a rise. And MACD lines are still on the green, running parallel, and that is what indicating that yes, there is bullishness, still there is bullishness till it crosses once so again. And by that time, I think if US100 continues to drop, it must reach 14200 14000 levels. Below that, definitely it is going to enter into bearish territory, and definitely it will fall strongly. So that is for the month, and for the week also it will remain a very strong base for US100. Now let's have a look at the indicators on the 4-hour charts. On the 4-hour charts, here you can see on the 4-hour charts, this is the 50 period moving average. You can see how beautifully it is trying to give it a resistance. And now that I said 14790 and 14830, these two levels are extremely this is the area of concern which we should be watchful of. Beyond that, definitely it will try to hit 14900 and 950. In fact, can go till towards 970 levels, and there is a support coming into picture at 14535 levels. Definitely below that, it will, if it breaks below 14500, definitely it will break sharply towards on the downside. So yes, a couple of areas we have got. Also, let's have a look at the indicators on the stochastic and the DPOs on a 4-hour chart is on sell zone. The directional movement is widening with a drop there, and stochastic is comfortable, looking good for a drop. And MACD lines are again still on a sell side, and RSI is comfortable. Considering this, let me jump to the levels. Let me not take much of your time, and let's look at the levels here. I hope those who have listened to the complete analysis definitely would have got what I'm trying to say. Now, only long entry is beyond 14718 levels. Once it breaks 14718, you can go long for a next target at 14765, 14790, 14820. Now if it breaks 14820 zone, definitely it will try to hit 14900 and 14950. Rather, I should say this is not 14950 but 14970. Once it breaks past 14970, next target is 15050 and 15100. Remember, these are markets, anything is possible. It can go till any levels. So take your positions accordingly. A long is good long is a confirmed long is only beyond 14820 830 zone. Beyond these levels, definitely there will be a strong rise. You can take your positions accordingly. On the downside, definitely there is a good support coming into picture at 14. I'll say the only short entry which I will expect is at below 14520 levels. Once it breaks 14520, definitely it will try to hit this zone at 14450, which is going to be a stronger support for US100, and below that it will slide towards 14350 and 14300. So plus minus 10-20 points, I am keeping it. I am trying to give you figures in round which are very clear for you to understand. Plus minus 10-20 points, you can always skip. I am not trying to give you the very precise or very accurate levels. Those who give you, because see, in markets they will always try to give you plus minus a few points. So better to take a round value rather than giving you 14350.35, 14358.75. I don't believe in all those. So probably I'm trying to give you more precise levels. But yes, wherever we find that yes there is like 14718 where we find a probable strong resistance, I am trying to give you those levels. So yes, below 14300 definitely it will try to hit 14220, and anyways below this we are extremely bearish. Any move and a probable trading zone that yes we can expect it to swing a bit, and we can expect it to slide a bit also towards 14350, and it can bounce back towards 14820 also. So in this between 500 points it may try to swing. Take your positions accordingly. Now let's move towards US30, and if you see US30 trading below 35,000 levels. Now you can see here, morning I told this is the level. Morning I had told very clearly go long only once it breaks 35,350. It failed to break 35,350 levels. Now they are standing as a very strong barrier for US30 to break and go past by. I don't expect that it is going to, but yes, if it breaks 35,350, definitely there will be a stronger rise towards 35,500 and plus levels. You can take your positions accordingly. Also on the downside, there is a support coming into picture at 35. You can see for now 34,000. Actually the nearest support for US30 here is at around 34,850 levels, which I think should provide a stronger support. Below that it should break strongly towards 34,750. Now 34,750 is another strong support level. Below that it is going to break tremendously. Mark my words, below that it is going to break tremendously. However, now look at this. After this consolidation between 34,000 to 34,500, it has shown a rally. It has shown a lower high compared to this, and from these levels it is trying to break. In my weekly analysis I did talk about these levels, that it might try to achieve a high, and that is why we had said a rally. But now it is trading with a drop, and see if it on this 4-hour chart, if it breaks this zone at 34,800 34,900 rather, I will say, if it breaks this zone at 34,900 880, definitely 34,850 should provide a support. Below that it may slide heavily towards this zone at 34,600, and below that it will try to hit directly towards 34,400. So these levels are very much possible. Yes, anything is possible in these markets. Now let's have a look at the 3-hour charts. On the 3-hour charts, you can see it similar. See, the second red candle is only here. It has seen a high which it failed to go past by 35,100, close to 35,100 levels. Only long is recommended once it goes past 35,100, and then you can expect 35 250 and 300 zone to provide a very strong resistance, and then 35 350 should come into picture, which is definitely a strong resistance for the day for it to go past by. However, now see, this is the second red candle, and I expect that a probably third red candle will appear. A good ground is formed. There will be a good wick ready for this, and once it breaks 34,800 34,900, definitely there will be stronger fall for it to drop till 34,600 or 34,600. Definitely there is a strong resistance, so it may try to hit 34,600, and below that it can break sharply towards, oh sorry, this is 34,800, and below that it will drop sharply towards 34,600 zone. So somewhere in between these levels this must try to achieve. If it breaks past 34,900 880 levels, definitely it will try to break past 34,800 levels, and then it will drop towards 34,600. Definitely this zone is of prime importance for us, because 34,800 is a very good strong resistance, and falling back between these levels is an indication that yes, it is trying to trade with a bearish bias now. Now let's have a look at the 2-hour charts. On the 2-hour charts also, see, this is kind of a fall it is trying to form, but since it is formed sharp red candles, it can again rise till towards this zone at, let me zoom it a bit, 35,200, which is going to be a stronger resistance for US30 for any move upward. So a probable move beyond 35,000 100 can take it towards 35,200. Beyond that, 35,350 will again be on cards. This is one expectation, and any break below 34,900 or 880 zone, definitely there will be a stronger drop. Remember my words, below 34,880 definitely there will be a stronger drop, and beyond 35,200 we may see a stronger rise. So this is what we can see on the 2-hour charts. Also the support levels coming into picture at 35 800 to, this is the 35,800 zone, and then 35,600 zone. This zone is of importance. Probably it can try to achieve these zones sometime today. Look at the hourly charts. On the hourly charts, so this candle, if it can, this candle reverses, else this candle might again try to give you a very strong red candle where it can take it towards 34,800 and below levels. Any long is recommended once it goes and pass by 35,100. So once it goes past by 35,100, definitely you can take a long entry there. You can expect it to rise sharply. In between these 34,900 to 35,100, we have to take extreme caution while taking any decision. The data can do much damage. On the daily charts, definitely there is a high probability for this to remain a red candle only. But if it goes past 35,350, definitely 35,500 will be seen today, and probably, because see, it has formed a lows, it has formed a low, it has achieved the low, and only if it breaks this, then only I will consider this as bearish. And now it is slated to achieve the high. So one probability that it can try to achieve 35,500 and then drop and close till towards 35,200 or 300 zone somewhere here. This is another probability which can happen on US30. Now let's have a look at the indicators. On the indicators, you will find on the daily charts, see, on the daily charts, the 20 period moving average trying to give it a support at around 35,000 levels, 3520 levels. That is what I shared in the morning, and 35,350 and 35,400. These are the two resistance levels, very strong resistance for the day. Beyond that, it will definitely try to hit 35,600 probably, or 35,500 is again, 35,500 is also the, so beyond 35,350 you can expect 35,400, then 35,500, and then 35,600 will be there, where is a very strong resistance. And yes, breaking this and trading below 20 period moving average, definitely giving it a bearish indication, and may expect it to drop and slide towards 34,800 and 34,800 750 zone, and then it will break towards 34,600 and below levels. The DPO is in red, trading with a drop, and the MACD lines are directional movement is on sell side. Stochastic was overbought. now trying to trade with a dropping, and that is what we can see, that we might see a red candle and we may see trading in a with a bearish bias today. MACD lines are running parallel, RSI is comfortable, and let's have a look at the 4-hour charts. On the 4-hour charts also similarly you can see it here. So see this 100 period moving average trying to give it a little resistance for any upside move till towards 35050. There are stronger resistance, and as I said, 35140, 35200, these zone 35120, 150 and above levels, definitely it might find stronger resistance, and 35200 there is a strong resistance available. On the downside, it is a free, you can see the ground is open. The next support level coming into picture, 35780 and 810 levels. Below that it will drop sharply. 4-hour stochastic trading at bottom, and MACD lines are running divergent and are on a sell side. So considering this, let me jump to the levels directly. Let me turn off the indicators first. So only level to go long is I will recommend at 34,100. I will give it a little cushion, 34,118. Around these levels you can take a long entry. You can expect it to rise till towards 34,200, the nearest resistance, then 34,265, then it will try to rise till 34,310 and 34,350. Now till here it is going to be a stronger resistance zone for US30. Beyond that it will try to hit 35, sorry for this, let me correct this. This is 35,200, 35,265, 35,310, 35,350, and then it will fly past 35,450, 35,500. Now till here we have got stronger resistance, and then 35,600 is strongest resistance for US30 to break past by. So take your positions accordingly. Also we may see a good swing, and a good short entry is only at 34,880 levels, where you can expect it to drop. Once it drops below 34,880, 34,810 the nearest resistance, then 34,775 the next support. Below that we can expect it to slide till towards 34,740, 34,700, and then directly towards 34,600. Below that, sky is the limit. These are markets, anything is possible. Take your positions accordingly. Between 880 to 35,118 we have to be very cautious. Around these 250 points it can try to swing, but take your positions. When it decides, then only you should decide. Don't decide before the market decides. So this is a good sentence though. But yes, this is all from my side for US30 and US100. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe and comment, friend. Press the bell icon, and I request you to at least recommend one of your friend to this channel, and definitely help and support this channel in my efforts. And don't forget to join the Telegram channel. Reach out to me for any of your trading or training related queries. My next batch is starting on 15th of Feb. Definitely it will help you become an independent and proficient trader. First invest in yourself, then the market will be yours. Thank you very much. Have a great profitable trading day ahead.